Imagine you are at a social event where hundreds of people have gathered. As you are busy meeting and greeting friends and relatives, suddenly you are alarmed by the presence of an individual who you know is a convicted thief in the guise of a guest. Now onward, your eyes start following this person wherever she goes, even while you are engaged in conversation with others. In effect, you start paying more attention to this person than anyone else in the gathering. The reason for this is not that you expect something from this individual, but that you are just cautious about being robbed off, unaware. This is how we should watch our minds, says Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj, a renowned non-duality proponent of modern times from India. In the book, I Am That, this enlightened master thoroughly demystifies the deceptive nature of the mind that keeps us rooted in falsehood. But if we start watching it, the mind becomes a tool of transformation, even making us realize our true nature. Maharaj says, we are slaves to what we don't know, and of what we know, we are the masters. He strongly insists on self-observation or watching the mind as a way to understand it and then go beyond it. By self-observation, we not only discover our strengths and weaknesses in ourselves, we also understand the reasons behind them and come to know how they operate in our lives. Maharaj says, the very knowing of these things is empowering. I Am That is a compilation of dialogues between him and seekers from diverse backgrounds from across the world. This book is a profound spiritual classic on non-duality through direct path. It offers deep insights into the nature and essence of the mind. By watching the mind, we understand both of these aspects. While the nature of the mind keeps us tied to the ego self with all its limitations, awareness of the essence of the mind makes us break free from limiting aspects. Based on Maharaja's explanations, let us explore 5 important aspects of the mind that undergo great transformation when we begin watching it. 1. The mind as a construct of conditioning. The mind is not a solid entity by itself as we tend to believe while referring to it as my mind, but it is rather a construct of conditioning. It is shaped by past experiences, societal influences, and cultural conditioning. It is a repository of thoughts, memories, and beliefs, none of which are permanent. We think differently in different circumstances, memories fade or undergo modifications. A hint of new revelation can shatter long-held beliefs. Still, we are stuck with the identities derived from these elements. Maharaj calls it the false self. He says, the mind is a bundle of thoughts. The thoughts arise because there is a thinker. The thinker is the sense of I am, the false self. But when we start observing the mind, we recognize that its contents are constantly changing. But the awareness of these concepts remains changeless. When you become aware of a thought, ask yourself who the thinker is. This simple question makes you turn inward. As you keep inquiring, it peels away the layers of a thought. In the process, you will witness the solidity of a false identity dissolving. For the moment, you are with your true self. Maharaj states, the mind must learn that beyond the moving mind there is the background of awareness, which does not change. The mind must come to know the true self and merge with it. 2. The tendency to live in the past or future. As you start watching your mind, you will be astonished by the constant chatter going on in the mind. When you pay attention to the contents of the chatter, you will realize that they all are about either the past or the future. You will also notice that the mind constantly keeps jumping from one thing to another, though there are dominating thought patterns related to dominating desires and fears. Maharaj says the objective of all these thoughts is to seek the pleasant and shirk the unpleasant. He says there is nothing wrong with it as the river of life flows between the banks of pain and pleasure. But in its greediness for the pleasant and fear of the unpleasant, the mind refuses to flow with life and gets stuck at the banks with bundle of memories and thoughts. By watching the mind, we keep awareness in the present moment, which is the only reality we have access to. Maharaj says there is something exceptional, unique about the present moment, which the previous or the upcoming ones do not have. There is a liveliness in the present moment, as if it is illuminated. There is the stamp of reality which the past and future don't have. By watching the mind, we keep awareness in the present moment, which is the only reality we have access to. Even memories become memories when thoughts about past events reappear in the present moment. But if we do not watch them as we become aware of them, they make us blind to the present moment. Soon we will be living in the past or future. 3. The mind as a reflection of consciousness. The relationship between the mind and the consciousness is that of waves and the ocean. Just like waves appear real because of the reality of ocean, the mind appears real because of reality of self. When we identify with the mind, when we are drowned in thoughts and emotions, we are caught in the illusion of separateness and duality. But when we start observing the mind, we recognize that thoughts and emotions appear and disappear in consciousness, just like waves. With this recognition, we transcend the mind and abide in our true nature. Maharaj often uses the metaphor of the sun and its rays to explain this relationship. Just as the sun's rays are inseparable from the sun, the mind is inseparable from consciousness. The key is to shift attention from thoughts and feelings to awareness. This is done only by watching the mind. For stillness of the mind and the state of no mind. Maharaj speaks of the importance of stilling the mind to attain the state of no mind. Then what is the state of no mind? It is not the total absence of thoughts and emotions, but the freedom from identification with them. We are no longer entangled in them when we are in a state of no mind. We experience pure awareness in this state. Maharaj says, when the mind is still, the true self is revealed. The mind is like a mirror covered with dust. When the dust is wiped away, the mirror reflects clearly. How do we know we are in the state of no mind? There are typical characteristics to identify this state. A profound sense of peace and clarity. Things are not perceived through filters of preconceived notions. Being fully in the present moment. And spontaneity in action without overthinking and hesitation. Watching the mind is the first step to attaining the state of no mind. 5. Self-enquiry for transcending the mind. As we progress in self-observation, we can begin self-enquiry, or the practice of asking, who am I? This practice helps us bring back our attention from the objects to the subject, that is ourselves, then transcend subject-object duality. For example, when you are happy or unhappy about a certain thing, mentally take a step back from the situation and ask yourself, who is happy or unhappy right now? This question suddenly shifts your attention from feelings of happiness or unhappiness to you, the person. Naturally, you will get the answer, it's me, or I am happy. Then follow it up with, who am I? By persisting with this question over and over, you may reach a deeper understanding of yourself beyond the physical and mental constructs. And with worldly matters, it can encourage you to evaluate your lives, make changes, and align your actions with your true selves. So, start watching your mind like watching a thief, whenever and wherever you remember to watch. And thank you for watching this video.